Hello everybody, my name is Benji, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, where we are about to get hit hard. We are at 95% threat. We are ascending in threat, not extremely quickly, but we are ascending in threat relatively fast, and I am, in fact, rather nervous about it. In addition, I've been a little bit busy off camera, at the very least in terms of hooking things into the network. I've hooked in all of the iron nodes on the planet. I've done a couple of little tiny edits to the charging rate and everything because we're really lacking on magnets right now. And that's kind of something I want to talk about a little bit later toward the end of the video. And then the other main thing that we are lacking at the moment is actually light oil. We have no light oil to our name whatsoever, and that is because of the fact that hydrogen is completely and entirely backed up, and I currently have 0 uses for anything that has to do with hydrogen or deuterium. I mean, the only thing that really uses hydrogen at all is deuterium, and then we have a net positive loop of hydrogen for the red science, so that's not using it. The main thing that I really want to have is the deuterium fuel rods, but those, of course, require blue motors, which is a whole big problem. But at the end of the day, I think that that is a small price to pay for us to have a little bit of peace of mind with our hydrogen. So first things first, what I would like to do here is go on ahead and grab ourselves some deuterium fuel rods. I think that will actually be very nice at the end of the day. So first things first, deuterium fuel rods, while we wait on this dark fog swarm attack to come in. I cannot wait to see what the space combat looks like and how it looks with the planetary defenses that we've set up in the last episode. I hope, very, very sincerely hope that it does in fact go well. Also, I'm realizing I built this titanium alloy in a bit of an inconvenient spot, but that's fine because these require 20 deuterium every 12 seconds, so that is a little under 2 deuterium per second per assembler. So if we have a row of assemblers, we'll do one here, here, and then what is it? It's a 3 input thing, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't think I'll be able to actually have a secondary belt of these guys, but that is a-okay in my opinion. Let's get number 3 coming out of here. That's going the wrong direction, so that's nice. And yeah, if I have this here, that interferes with that, which is a little unfortunate, but at the end of the day, I think that that will be just fine, given our currently possible production rates of deuterium being not that high at the end of the day. Now, because of the fact that it does require a ton of deuterium, but also a ton of time, I think what we can do in terms of the actual input and output of the systems here is something along these lines, like this. I think that'll do us just fine. And then, let's see, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can do 12. And I have no idea if 12 is actually gonna be supportable. 12 would be 20 items per second. Is that right? 20 divided by 12. Yeah, no, that would in fact be right. So let's go on ahead and make this 9 instead. I also realized that I literally could have just backed up the calculation. So I'm just really stupid. That's totally fine. 9 would actually be 15 on a single belt, so we'll go on ahead and this for the 12. And then, of course, we're going to have this already in with proliferation juice, but these guys are not going to have proliferation juice, which is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of an issue. I'm actually just going to add some spaghetti here of just requesting the proliferation juice from the other aspect from the other guy there, the other logistics station. Man, I can't do words today. Horrible day to record, really. But yeah, we'll just do that, and that'll be perfectly fine. And then I think I had an inserter 2. Sorry, this isn't Factorio. I had a sorter 2. That'll be perfectly fine. This will go the whole way. This. We can wait for the belts to fill out. Oh, we're so close on the threat level. I don't know if we're currently generating any more threat, because I don't think we're firing at the moment, or if we are, we're very slowly firing here. I also backed off the rate at which we're actually firing those. That way we're not just hemorrhaging resources, because that was a bit of an issue that I noticed, was we were hemorrhaging resources as we... Alright, now we can put in our proliferation on the other side. Make sure we're in the proper alignment. Wonderful. And then here we can just take out our proliferation juices. Take it to a splitter, which helps take up the things here. Apparently I had that backwards. That's just wonderful. I love it when I do stuff like that. There we go. That's much better. Because now that's gonna do that. This one can go around back and get input like so. Then we can hit number 1 as a demand of deuterium. Number 2... What else does deuterium fuel rods take? Ah, titanium alloy. Well, heck, that's literally right next to us. We'll go on ahead and demand that. We're going to demand it less, though, because we don't have a ton. And then same thing here with the blue motors. We don't have a ton, so we are going to just go on ahead and back that off as well. This will hopefully help out a little bit with our functionality here and get our hydrogen production unblocked, which will temporarily solve our light oil issues. I thought maybe it would. I guess it didn't. Where even is my deuterium production? There it is. The deuterium is starting to flow again, which means that the hydrogen is starting to have its issues. Aha, I see that's a problem. Well, I can go down and fix that. Apparently that's a problem in both of them. Wonderful. Oh, that's great. And then, of course, we put a supply on our deuterium fuel rods. And deuterium fuel rods are going to be nice for a couple of different things. Number 1, they're going to be very nice for us to use as our own personal fuel. I really enjoy using the deuterium fuel rods in Icarus to provide ourselves with some more, good information there. But also it will be very useful for the mini fusion power generators, which I can actually add to the mall. And I have no idea where the heck those guys are, but I know that they're around here somewhere. And I also know that they're going to be in one of the ones that has a blinking ear. Oh, those are the mini suns, so that's definitely not it. Is this it? Mini fusion power plant. Cool. Where is it? There it is. Mini fusion power plant. Oh, they require carbon nanotubes. Really? That is quite surprising to me. I did not know that those required that. Oh well, that's fine. We're at 99% threat. That is craziness. Let me queue up some research here. We're obviously going to want to go for interstellar power transmission and gas giant exploitation. Those are both super handy and are going to come in super handy. What else? What else? Miniature particle collider is also pretty good. Provides another use case for deuterium processing, just a direct, but it's a 2-to-1 ratio, which isn't great. Also requires the big platforms in order to actually craft, which is a heck of a problem. We could go for the super alloy ammunition box, however, I don't quite see a point in that. The Corvette is locked at the moment. Honestly, the signal jammer tower might be interesting to mess around with. And then there's also, of course, the suppressor capsule, but that requires titanium glass by the look of it, and we don't have that. I don't even think we have... Yeah, we don't have the crystal explosive unit because that's locked behind purple science. So I don't know why... Oh, this is also locked behind purple science. I was about to say, I don't know why that one's not locked behind purple science, but okay. We'll go on ahead and do integrated logistics just because we can, and then high strength material for the big platforms, which will be very, very, very nice as we continue here. I'm really just trying to pad for time at the moment. I might honestly just say that I'll be right back, but at the same time, we're about to get attacked. 99.5% threat. I am worried about the possibility that they end up going to the secondary planet instead of to our primary planet. I also automated these guys, by the way. These guys have been automated. I'm very happy about that. So let me grab our deuterium fuel rods here and just shovel a whole ton of them into our thing, into our orifice. And then we can also put these back. That will be nice. 99.8% threat. It is about to happen. Also, yeah, our power goes up crazy fast, which is super duper nice. Oh yeah, and I also had a little bit of an upgrade to Icarus. I now have, I believe, 2 fleets, don't I? I thought I had 2 fleets. I could be wrong about having 2 fleets. It is at 100% threat. We have 5 vessels incoming. I don't know what that means. What does 5 vessels is how many vessels? Oh good, they're coming for me. Nice. Alright, let's get the planetary map view up and see if we can see the vessels. That's definitely glitched because they're coming from over there. Right? They are coming from over there. Yeah, there they are. They're right there. So let's just go on ahead, show the shield. Oh, there they are. I see them in the distance. Hopefully our signal towers and our missile turrets just start going ham as soon as they get here. I was honestly expecting more vessels for a first attack. I mean, I know it's only the first attack, but at the same time, I was expecting like 10 or 20 vessels. Maybe they send more vessels with higher levels. Obviously, they're going to send more vessels with more other things. Man, they're taking a minute to get here. They're only halfway. I was like all geared up and like ready to go, and they are literally only halfway here. I find that a little shocking, if I'm being completely honest. A little shocking. I think I actually have enough time even here to just completely take this out and reset the fleet type to our more advanced units here. Just in case they will prove helpful, I guess. Another thing that I was really interested in seeing is whether or not the Dark Fog attacks our interstellar logistics vessels. Although it does not look like that is a thing that they are threatening with. Here they come. Where are they? I lost them. Oh, there they are. There they are. They're getting real big. Get the shield online. Or in visual, at least. Oh, oh, there they go. Ooh, ooh, they're trailing a little bit. Splash 3, splash 5. Very nice. That's awesome. And look at the debris, too. I want to actually go out and see if I can catch up to the debris. I lost it, though. I lost the debris. I'm assuming that the debris... Yeah, I'm assuming that the debris just kind of disappears. Alright, good to know. That was cool. That was so cool. I'm sorry that it took so long for us to actually get that active. They didn't even have the chance to fire on us. We took them out so quickly. Thank you, missile sets. Oh, I love the missile sets. They are phenomenal. Luckily for us as well, we do have those on the other planet. We just don't have any planetary shielding on the other planet, which is something that I would like to do. Oh yeah, also, that's a thing that I noticed. There are seeds going throughout the galaxy at the moment. There are currently 4 going from different places to different places. So this one is coming from the black hole. This one is coming from a different place, and I forget where this one is going to, but it's... Yeah, it's coming here, which is getting closer to us. And I am a little bit nervous about the fact that the seeds are already spreading. Although I am just glad that there are no seeds coming for us, specifically. Okay. With that done and out of the way, and our signal towers and everything else doing a phenomenal job at keeping us safe and sane, let's talk resources. We have 750,000 iron left on this planet. On the other planet, we only have 2.5 million, and some of that is being used for processors, so I don't really want to tap that. I think it would behoove us to establish a planetary outpost on planet number 1 in order to actually be able to gather iron. You can see the iron and the copper resources on this planet are ridiculously high, which I find quite enticing, if I'm being completely honest with you. I find that extremely enticing. Plus, all of the dark fog bases, as it currently stands, are on one side of the planet, leaving the entire other hemisphere, give or take a couple of kilometers, up for grabs, so to speak. So that's something that I would like to look into next episode. This episode, we've got a little bit of a thorn in my side, and that thorn in my side is A, lack of iron, but we're not going to do that, and B, a lack of light oil. And the light oil stems from the fact that we just have too much hydrogen for us to deal with. There's literally just too much hydrogen for us to deal with. Luckily, we do have such a thing called the reforming refine, which is literally just, hey, do some oil stuff, get some hydrogen, and then just add coal. Even to the point of being a exact timing and exact one-to-one recipe. So what we can do is we can set up a chain with one planetary logistics station inputting crude oil and inputting coal and then outputting light oil. We can literally take one of these, which takes 4 seconds to craft the reforming the oil refinery, just the refining process, to make us 2 oil into 2 light oil and 1 hydrogen. Then we just literally take that with a belt in between for coal. So the belt of oil goes like this, belt of coal goes like this, the oil goes in the machine, the hydrogen and the light oil come out of the machine, and the coal goes into the machine. We take this recipe and do the reforming refine with the coal going down the middle, and then we get ourselves light oil as a final product at a rate of exactly as much as we have oil and hydrogen combined, which if we match this setup's throughput exactly, we would end up having 36 per second, which is a little bit overkill, but that's the general premise of it. I have a spot that I want to build it. I forget where that spot is exactly, but I know that I have a spot that I want to build it. Ah, here it was. Underneath the secondary coal burning facility. And because of the fact that we have so much, yeah, right here. Because of the fact that we have absolute oodles of coal on this planet, 7 million remaining, in addition to the fact that I could probably get rid of these and supplement with deuterium and save some more coal resources that way. Although currently this is... Oh, no, it's taken both. Yeah, it's taken a little bit off of this as well, which is a bit sad, but that's okay. We would be able to have a ton of power and a ton of oil. So I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to get started on that, and I will bring you guys in to see the finished product. Yeah, see you in a moment. We've got oil and coal coming in. We actually also even added proliferation into the mix as well, so that we just make sure that we've got plenty of oil production happening here. And then, of course, I want to make sure that this is all actually working properly, because there's no guarantee that it actually does. There's very real possibilities that I mucked up a belt somewhere or mucked up an inserter somewhere, and in fact I already have found one bug prior to turning the entire thing on where 2 inserters did not connect upon copying. So I just want to make sure that we are all good here. Now, each of these rows makes 6 because it's 3 every 4 seconds per machine. There's 4 total machines. You can tell because there's 8 and it's a half ratio. So this entire thing makes 3 times 6, which is 18 per second. With the extra proliferation productivity bonus, which actually only applies to the one. Things that I had not initially considered. Well, that is okay. I can just remove the proliferation from the coal because it's wasted proliferation unless all input products are actually utilized. And then I'm also even just gonna completely remove this upper tier belt so that I can do it into the proliferators a little bit more efficiently here. And that is entirely an oversight on my part, putting it on coal. That's okay, easily rectified. So this is making 18 per second. I have a belt of 12 per second here in the center, so it's not quite going to be doing the entire 12 per second, although I can also do this. Upgrade it to a 30 per second and get the full 18 per second going on here, which I think I will go on ahead and do just because we are hungry for light oil. And in the event that this is not enough light oil for our production purposes, we can go on ahead and get rid of these guys here. You can see in the time that it has gone, we have already increased to 5% threat with the upper, or with the heightened threat limit, which is a little bit scary, but that's why we have the planetary shielding in effect, which I actually may want to extend over to here as well, now that we have all of this happening. We also apparently have no signal towers in this region as I'm looking around, which is also extremely scary. So we're just going to go on ahead and we're going to put down some more signal towers, make sure that we have adequate coverage for our lovely defensive region, and then we'll go on ahead and we will put down another planetary shield generator as well, just to make sure that we have proper coverage of one of our most critical pieces of infrastructure, which is, of course, the oil infrastructure itself. And in the event that we ever need more of this, we can just get rid of these guys here, move around the ray receivers and such, maybe around some of the copper mining because we don't need that all that much. And then we can just copy and paste down another one of these guys because they are very, very efficient. But anyway, this episode has gone on for long enough. I have talked for quite too long at this point. I have a couple of things that I'm going to end up doing on the secondary planet, which is mainly going to revolve around placing down shield generators because signal towers are already there and well working. And then I'm going to start thinking about an expansion over to planet number 1 and what that might cost us in terms of production on site for ammunition, as well as production on site for power. We can probably siphon from the Dyson sphere. But in the meantime, that is going to be it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.